we go. There we go. Much better. All right. So we need gold. Get you out of the way. All right. Let's get the last little bit of detail on this one, and then I can start on the edge, and then we're going to work on the edge of another incense holder as well. How is everybody doing? Hello, hello. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today, you guys. Hey, Daddy. How you doing? How's it going? Good day today. Oh, wasn't that wonderful weather? Oh my God, that's good for the soul, eh? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it lifted ya. That's lovely. Oh, thank you, Bree. It does. It dramatically relaxes me. I find that when I'm doing this, my breathing slows, my heart rate slows, my mind slows, which is quite delightful to have a quiet mind every once in a while. Yeah, I'm very lucky. Very, very lucky. And it's one of those things that if you enjoy the repetition, if you enjoy the symmetry, I find symmetry so incredibly satisfying to look at. And when I try to do things that are not symmetrical, my brain really, really hates it. So I find that this is incredibly, incredibly soothing just because of that. And yeah, it's incredibly satisfying. Very meditative. All right. Couple more little tiny gold dots, and then this one is gonna be done. And then we're gonna do the edge though. So I've got to figure out what we're gonna do for the edge. I think I've got an idea, but we'll wait and see if it works out well. We'll give it a shot anyway. What's everybody up to today? How was your Thursday? I hope you guys have had a good day. Here, let me zoom in, because I'm going right in there. Outlining the final project, right? Getting those last little bits of detail in there. It's so satisfying. I find that this is very deceiving sometimes too, because you can't always tell if you're going too far. So you have to really, really trust your gut an awful lot to know when to not take it too far. Because for me anyway, there will be times where I will look at something after it's done and I was just booking it while I was doing it. And then I look back and go, yeah, I should have stopped like around here. But not all the time. I'm not very good at being minimalistic, though. That is for sure. All right. So that is done on the front. So now we can work on the edge here. So figuring out what to do for the edge. I've got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea. So we're going to start with the dark purple. And we're going to go around and start making some dots. Hi, Brenda. Oh, thank you so much. Crystal, hi. How you doing? How's it going? Oh, thank you, Resin Printer. I'm so glad you like it. We're actually, somebody said it looked like a phoenix, so that's what this one's going to be called. I'm going to do this on a canvas as well, or a wood panel, because I think that these colors and this design needs to be a pattern. I've got a few things that I really need to put into patterns, so there's going to be a lot of those coming in the next little bit. I love it. So we're going to call this one Phoenix. And I'm so happy with how well it's turned out. Super pumped. All right, so we are going to stay up until 3 a.m. Did you really? How was it? Well, it must have been good if you stayed up until 3 a.m. Oh, thank you, Jennings. That's so kind. Thanks, Cindy. How you doing? What's new and exciting? Brenda, this will be part of my shop update this coming Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. I'm going to have a few mugs, and I'm going to have 4 incense holders. I'll show you the other ones. This one, and this is the edge on this one. This one's going to be part of the shop update. I love this one too. They've all been varnished so you can wipe them down, keep them clean when the incense powder ash drops on. Then this one. Now, I'm not doing an edge on this one because I'm going to do another one with this pattern and then do an edge on it, but I'm very nervous that it's going to take away from the design, and this one's just a little special. So, the pink and green one, this green one, and this blue one will all be available on the shop update on Saturday. And this is another one that I need to do the edge on. So that's what I'm going to be working on today and tomorrow to get the edging on these 2 done so that I can varnish them and have them ready to go for Saturday's shop update. Let me... Oh, that was part of the marathon on Saturday. You stayed up that late for that? That's amazing. That's so awesome. I'm glad you're doing good, Cindy. Thank you, Brenda. It's son and daughter on Instagram hosted a 24-hour dotting marathon on the weekend to raise money for Azart Group in Ukraine to help get supplies and food to the people who are there and needing to survive. So I think there's been a lot of money raised. There's a couple of mugs that are going to be part of my shop update that are sunflower mugs that are also the 100% of the proceeds from those mugs are going to be donated to that charity as well. So, and any of those daughters that were part of the 24-hour marathon, if you go to son and daughter, or if you even look back on my my posts, you'll see information on the different artists. Every single one of those artists posted their live to their Instagram feed. So if you missed the marathon on the weekend, you can always go back and see that. So I would say go back a few posts on my Instagram feed, and there should be information about all of the artists that participated and how to donate, all of that wonderful stuff, because it's an ongoing thing. Not only was it to raise money during that marathon, but all of the artists also painted things that are going to be either auctioned or raffled or sold, and that money is going to be contributing as well. So it's pretty awesome weekend. Isn't the green one pretty, Brenda? Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Don't think the edge is needed on any of them? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. if I can do that. Oh. Well, I guess if it means that I get another one painted before Saturday, it would be nice to have a fifth one, wouldn't it? I can always... No. I'm going to think on that one while I'm catching up on comments, because that one made me think, Crystal. My shop link is in my bio. Yeah, the daylight savings was hard. And that would have been really, really hard if you were up until 3 a.m. My goodness. So I want those to be there. So I need the... Okay. So I'm going to put this one here. All right. I know, but I'm definitely resisting on the green. I might resist on the others. I have to hold this up this way. I apologize because I can't, the paint is a little bit watery. So I'm worried that it's gonna drip. I should have grabbed my heat gun. This is the problem with working with craft acrylics, right? They're so watery. So I literally will end up sitting here now holding this. I'm going to do this at another time then, because this is going to just be me sitting here flipping this around, not actually getting anything painted. Let's see if I can get through this. Yes, we're going to call this one Phoenix. Okay, yeah, this paint, I didn't realize it was quite this watery, so I am going to put that one aside. I'll continue the edge, but I'm not going to do it on that one. Let's see. Let's start another one. I was going to do a grayscale. So let's do another one, and I was thinking I would do my grayscale with my my Artist Loft heavier or medium body acrylics. I've never used them, and I need to use pouring medium with them. So I thought that could be fun to do a grayscale with them. So let me grab a couple little paint pots here, and we'll mix some paint. And I need scissors, and we'll draw some guidelines, and we'll do some grayscale stuff. Ding. I'm going to do grayscales on mugs as well soon, because I think that those are super fun. Thank you, Rex. How you doing, love? How you been? All white? Want me to do an all white on a black surface? Yeah, I could do that. Ooh, that makes me think of some different ways that I could experiment a little bit, eh? Oh, I have an idea. You guys want to play with some paint for a minute? I've got an idea. I want to play for a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, we're going to get a new one. We're going to play. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. All right. All white with black top dots. Yes, I will definitely do that. That would be a super, super good one to do. Those ones always look so sharp. All right, so I just want to check and see. No, that's too big. Where's this one better? This one's better. Okay. Let's see if we can do... Let's see if we can do a color blend here. All right, so I need... Oh, what colors do I want to use? Okay, I want to use... Hang on. Okay, I want to use pink and blue and green. I'm gonna use pink and blue and green. Hi, Molly. Incense can be so peaceful. Oh, Rex, that sucks on time change day. Ugh. You know what? I'm taking out the green. I'm gonna do something else instead. I'm gonna go to a darker blue. Ooh, I have to move the table. Oh, I do too. Shit. I gotta move the table. I blocked in some of my paints. So much for arranging my stuff in a helpful manner for myself today. I have a new cabinet in here. So I moved everything. Oof. Oofa. And what are we gonna go to? Oops. Oh shit. I'm coming back, I swear to God. Oh my God. Sorry. I have no idea what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I rearranged all my stuff and I blocked in a drawer. Now I moved the table and now the table's wobbly again because my little supports came out. God, I'm a cluster today. I am an absolute cluster today. Knocking stuff over. But my new thing looks kind of nice. Hang on. That's my new cabinet there. I painted it teal with Dollarama Deco Art Crafters acrylic paints. So I'm really happy with that. It gives me some more storage and hopefully it's going to help me store a bit of inventory too and get some stuff, or rather get some stuff out of the cabinets that I would like to use for inventory and be able to bring it in here, which would be really nice. But that has contributed to this gong show. I love my incense too. The smell is a little strong for my mom, so I try to do it just a little bit. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna go pink. And then we're gonna go this kind of purple. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I have some other leads on jobs, but I've gotta have spoons to work. Well, and that's the thing, right? You gotta make sure that it's not gonna burn you out, Rex. That's hard, eh? It's hard when it's gonna alleviate one stress and add a different one. Yeah, it's hard, eh? Because the incense can be really, really strong, and some of them are just so wonderful. What's your favorite smell in incense? Okay, let's try this. And then we're gonna go to this one. And then we're gonna go Palo Santo ones, and they're your favorite. You can't take the smell either, Cindy. Yeah, some of them are so strong, eh? All right, let's see how this goes. I have no idea how this is gonna go. But let's see. And actually, let me get my Lazy Susan, because I feel like that would probably help me. Here. Which fits on a shelf now, by the way. It's so exciting. All right, let's see what happens here. It's going to be an absolute disaster. You realize that, right? Concentrating really hard, so I'm not talking. My arm's getting tired. It's looking kind of cool though, isn't it? That looks kind of neat. All right, let's keep going. Lots of bubbles. This is taking absolutely forever. Not that I didn't expect it to, but sorry. I'm trying to get some of the moisture off of the sponge. Let's see if that helps at all. I feel like there's a paint booger stuck in the paint there. So let me see if I can get it. Oh, it's a big one. Look at that goober. Didn't see that. All right, that's okay. Still got lots of paint on here. So we're good. I guess when I poured it, it didn't come out level. It's banging around. Yeah, it did go from 4 colors to 3. The purple kind of disappeared. I can add it in though again though. I think I put way too much paint. Still kind of cool though. It looks like I'm, oh, I thought I was. I thought I was popping bubbles. I was not. More of that purple's coming out again, though. I guess I just keep doing it as the paint dries. I'm going to have to stop, right? All right, let's leave it at that. All right, let me catch up. Yeah, I think it looks kind of neat. I think it looks really neat. I'm thinking I could do a white and gold, a white and gold or white and silver maybe? I'm not sure. What do you think? Let me get that inside edge there. Oh, my husband got yakking to me and I missed how you did this. So what I did is I poured the paint in little circles all the way around, and then I used a foam brush, and I just went around and tap, 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 tap. First time I lined it up so it's pushing against the edge. Then the next time I went up here to where it was up against the top and did that a couple times and just kind of keep going. Around like that. All right, so now I'm going to, if I can get the lid off of this thing. There we go. I'm gonna paint the blue up and over the edge. It's my favorite blue. I love this blue so much. Like an ultramarine. It's marine. It's called Peacock Blue. It's a Dollarama paint. You're welcome. Black would be pretty too. Yeah. Hello, friends. So I'm gonna go in now with some paint on a brush because it's the solid color. I'm gonna have to put a couple of coats on here because it's not primed or anything, right? So I can go in and touch up with a couple of coats of this blue, and we'll let it dry and see what we come up with. This one will not be the one of the ones that'll be in the shop update Saturday. On Saturday. But I've got another one that is already prepped in black gesso. Prepped in black gesso. That we might get started, or I might go back to trying to do the edges of the blue and the other one. I might, though. It would give me two completely different price points if I had some with edge and some without, right? Because the edges do take a significant amount of time. So that's gonna make a difference in price, right? That I have to list it for. So I could do some that have no edges and some that have edges. That could be easy enough. I also have yet to start making room for my signature, so the no edge ones will be easy because I can at least put my signature on it somewhere that's visible. Otherwise, right now I'm signing it underneath the felt, so if the felt ever comes off the bottom, then my signature will be seen from there. Hang on one second here. Glow-in-the-dark incense holders would be fun, eh? That means I need to buy a black light, though, so I can prove that it works. I will add it to the list. right now I am working on saving up to buy a whole bunch of tools so that I can start doing in-person workshops. So I'm super excited for that. So just know that every time someone makes a purchase from my website, it's going to stuff like that, and I really appreciate you. It's exciting to be able to do that stuff. All right, let's get this edge done. I'm gonna let this dry for quite a while before I try to do any more with it, even go over a second coat with the edging here. We'll just let it get really good and dry. These paints tend to dry fairly quick anyway, but Molly, I need to pick your brain. If you're still here, I need to pick your brain one of these days about in-person workshops. I need your help. So that's the next step for me, is potentially being able to do in-person workshops, and I'm super freaking excited about it. And I'm gonna try and film some of it somehow, even if it just films me or something. Number one, to judge and ridicule myself after when I watch it back, but the other is to be able to maybe share some of it with you guys too, which would be really cool. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry now, and then we'll come in a while, or maybe tomorrow, and do another coat of the background, and then by maybe Saturday we should be able to paint it. So this will be cool. It's going to have the blue on the side too. I'm thinking what I'm immediately thinking is doing white and silver, and then like doing all kinds of little tiny random white dots, just little tiny ones to make it look like a starry sky on the side or something. I think that would be really pretty. And then maybe doing some of those flecks of white paint over the whole mandala when it's done. I think that could be really cool. Okay, I'm going to catch up on comments here. Oh, that's cool, Mark. I know, eh, Sue? Wouldn't that be nice if you guys could all come? Hi, Barb. The noise of the brush against the ceramic, isn't it soothing? I love painting these things. Like I get so much joy just from prepping them with the black gesso half the time. That's funny, Mama. I am in Ontario, Canada. I'm east of Toronto. I've recently... Oh, and thank you for the rose, Mark. I've recently been approached by Parkwood, and it's a possibility that I will be doing workshops there. I just need to... I need to be able to buy a bunch of tools. So that is next on my list. That's the next goal we're working towards. How you doing, Carolyn? You have a top in that color. It's your favorite. Yes. No, I'm in Canada, Shadowcat Girl. This, I'm using DecoArt Crafters acrylic. Yes, I used, the pink is Apple Barrel. I did put some purple in there, purpley fuchsia. This is the brand of paint we can get at our Dollar Trees here in Canada. Island Blue in Crafters acrylic, and Peacock Blue in the DecoArt Crafters acrylic. So I didn't use the DecoArt Americana. I stuck with the other stuff. Oh, am I on the other side of Canada? Oh no. What's happening, Emily? You're getting banned. What? You got kicked out, Carolyn? What's happening? Did you get banned from here, Emily? Did you get kicked out? Like, what happened? Oh, no. That's so weird. Elaine, you're in Norway. Oh, wow. How is the weather there today? Oh, that's a cool idea, Mark. That's really cool. I'm going to totally look into that. Thank you. That's a really interesting idea. Wasn't you, Barb? The 24-hour live went really well. I did 2 hours of the 24, and my second live, I was able to go live with Dot Art by Jade, so that was super, super fun. It went really well, and it's raised a lot of money so far, and it continues to raise money because we're continuing to sell the pieces that we were painting on the lives. So it's really, really cool. Really, really cool to see. Oh. All right. Disney. Oh, because if you're out of time, you're pushing it. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here. I've never heard any attitude. You're great. So that's definitely will never happen here. So hopefully they keep you. If you do it near holidays, the kids make it for the parents. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea. All right, so let's put a couple more of these dots on here. See if we can do this with a little enough paint. The paint's pretty watery, so it's a little bit causing some issues. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna use a tool to just kind of move the paint around a bit. I'm gonna be doing top dots on this so I can kind of force the paint to move around the entire dot, because sometimes it pools in little spots. So if you use a dotting tool to move it around. How many people do you typically have in your workshops, Mark? Like, how do you manage size of in-person workshops? I'm afraid that I would underestimate. I'm more afraid that I'm going to underestimate what I can do and undersell my workshops. Because I'm thinking like 10 to 15 people, and I don't know if that's enough to make it a decent price point for everybody. And what it could do for me, obviously, is my business, right? So I got to do some math. I got to look at some of that stuff and get super clear on that. Adults a dozen. Definitely fewer adults. Probably cause more trouble. Oh no, Rex. You sold 17 clocks doing that. That's really, really cool. That's awesome, Mark. Thank you so much. All right, Emily. Well, you're honest and you're incredibly self-aware, which I think counts for a lot. So just let me know that it's you when you come back in on or when you come the next time on your backup account, okay? If you have to do that. Not a bad troll, that's just an argumentative one. If you're calling people out on their bullshit, there's nothing wrong with that. Love it. Loving bugs. Thank you so much. They look fiery, huh? I'm really, really happy with it. Really, 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 really happy with it. I need to grab a brush and touch up that one little spot. Got a couple spots here I need to touch up. So the purple paint's fairly watery, so that's why it's going to take me a while to get around the edge. So we'll just kind of go back and forth between this one and the blue one. And then we can start working on one or both of them. Oh, I'm really loving my new shelf. I'm really happy. That's nice. Yes! I should start doing some resin on these incense holders, eh? I was thinking of doing these colors on a canvas too. And then like a wood panel and then resining the wood panel. That'd be fun. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm really, really happy with this one. I've been so happy with all of these things lately, and it's so wonderful. And then the ones that come up, I find that I'm either absolutely head over heels in love with the whole process of it, or I absolutely hate it. Like there hasn't been an in-between. So I've had no problem walking away from projects lately. I've got a couple that are waiting to be sanded down and to try them again. But ones like this make all the trial and error worthwhile. It feels so gratifying to go, yeah, this one's good. All right, let's see if we can do this. So if you go back in with one of your dotting tools, you can see how it kind of pools in the middle there. I can move the paint around, or see how it's pooling on the bottom. I can move the paint around up to the top to just help it dry a little more evenly. And then this one I can push it out to the edge. And these don't have to be super thick with paint anyway, because they're going to have top dots on them anyway, but not too bad. All right. You guys have such awesome ideas. I love being able to brainstorm stuff with you guys. It's so fun. And I love how everybody is willing to share and help each other out. It's so lovely when you see that there's enough out there for everybody. We can all be successful. All right. Okay. So we got all the way around. Fantastic. So I'm going to let that dry for a quick second, and we're going to grab the blue. And I'm going to do the same on the blue because I've got to set up some of the edge. Oh, now I got a pile of foam brushes that I need to put away. Okay. Since Canada is what's the right word? Not owned, but owned by the Queen. So we are separate from the Queen now. There's still a strong relationship there, but we're completely sovereign from the Queen now. I think that happened. I don't remember what year it happened. Somebody else, I'm sure, will remember that year. But St. Patrick's Day is it's a fairly big deal, but it's mostly because it's a drinking holiday. It's not a super big deal for any other reason than that. People like to do that. Well, when I do the cups, do I seal them? I don't need to seal them. I'm using multi-surface acrylic paints that will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe. Here's still ours. Honorary. We are honorary. I'm okay. You can keep us. Totally good with that. What did I do with the little mint green map? I'll have to find that one. Oh, found it. Excellent. Okay. So now I don't even remember. I don't even remember. But we do have St. Patrick's Day here. It's not a super big deal. It's definitely much more of a corporate Hallmark holiday kind of idea, and an excuse for people to go out and get shit-faced. That's the reason that people tend to celebrate it. At least the people that I know. Okay, so I'm going to do center dots there. So we're gonna do We'll do the same size. We'll do, if I do a size 8, can I get 1, 2, 3, 4? We'll do a size 7. Yeah, I did think of St. Patrick's Day when I did this one. I did think of St. Patrick's Day when I did this one. It wasn't an inspiration part of it or anything, but I did sit there and go, oh, look at that. I actually made something holiday appropriate before the holiday. I'm usually behind on that sort of stuff. I love this design though. This one's going to be a pattern. Remember the face? Ding. All right, so let's do some of these dots and see how they behave on the sides. So I'm trying to line them up with the center swoop from here so that it continues the symmetry. And I'm going to stick with something that's just a fast, easy thing for me to do, which is walking dots and swoops, right? Not some other design that I haven't done before. So I'm going to stick with that. And because that's what this entire design is, I don't want to do something that is completely different from it. I want it to make sense in my brain. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. It will be listed in my shop this Saturday at noon Eastern. And it will be available to go to a new home. So I've also decided that after this Saturday, when I have I'm going to have the sunflower mugs there. And I'm going to have a couple rainbow mugs there. Or sorry, no, I'm not going to have the rainbow mugs. I'm just going to have the sunflower mugs on the release this weekend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a monthly release of mugs. So once a month, I'll do a huge drop of mugs into my store. Because that's going to make it a little bit easier when they all have to sit on the shelf for 30 days to dry. So what I'm going to do is, anything painted in March is going to be released May 1st. Anything painted in April will be released in June to give it time to cure, to really kind of do that. But I was thinking, wouldn't even know how to manage it. I was going to say we could have, if you want to purchase it, mention it, you could purchase it now. I don't know if I could do that. And then only list the ones that don't sell. I don't know. I feel like I need to do it all. Just through selling the mugs when they're ready to go. There you go, Mark. Excellent news. Yeah, you totally could, eh? Put a couple rings around the middle and you have your earrings out there. That'd be a really good idea. I'm going to make some jewelry trays too. I've got some cute wooden ones. And I've got some cute little trinket boxes too that I'm going to paint. Those will be fun. I might actually do some of those over the next week or so. Hi, love. How you doing? No, just plugging away. What did we paint so far? I showed this one that we are adding dots on the side of. So this one's done on the top. So that one's done. So I'm going to just do the edging on this one. And then we had some fun with some paints and some colors and painted a new base that I'm going to do a white and gold mandala on. And I've got some other ideas for other color ones to do like that. Yeah. And now we're working on the edge for the blue one. So that is where we are at. How are you? What's new and exciting? Oh, I hope I'm not rubbing off the blue dot over there. Yeah, fun stuff, eh? The paint brand, absolutely. I'm using DecoArt Americana for a lot of these blues, but I've also mixed some whites and some teals in with them, but I'm using DecoArt Americana. I don't have a sponsorship at DecoArt Americana if you're watching. I will happily plug your stuff all day long because I freaking love it. 3 days. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. Oh, and on day 6. Oh, that's awful. I hope you guys feel better soon. That's awful. Poor kiddo too, eh? You're welcome, Mark. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful. I'm sure that your sunshiny attitude must have an awful lot to do. Must make all of it a lot easier. Because you're just a bright ray of sunshine, you know. Thanks for all the love, you guys, and thanks for coming to hang out with me for hours at a time. You guys came and hung out a lot on the weekend, not just with me, but with all the other artists. That were part of the 24-hour marathon, and it was just so freaking cool. It means so much when you guys choose to spend your time hanging out with me. I just know how much I appreciate you. And I'm happy to have met all of you. And if I haven't met you yet and you're just here watching, I'm grateful you're here too. See that TikTok has stories now? I'm overwhelmed. Oh, thank you. I think my eye looks for it because my eye loves it so much that I'm lucky that I kind of go searching for it, and my brain just kind of helps me do it a lot. Hi, Sophia. I'm doing good. How are you? Good to see you. I know I'm not in camera right now, so I'm going to move this up there. See if that's a little bit better. Anybody have any exciting plans for the weekend? You looking forward to anything in particular this weekend? You've never counted so much, right? Right? And it's soothing too, because it's so satisfying when I count to the same number on both sides of a petal with the walking dots. Ugh, it's happiness. I am working on an incense holder, so I'm doing the edge now of the incense holder. So we're going to do some petals like this here, and then in between those petals, I'm hoping to be able to do a few swoops as well. We'll see how much space we have, but I think we'll have quite a bit of room. So I should be able to do it. Even when they don't look the same, as long as when I'm counting it turns out the same, it's still satisfying. Hey, Kat, how you doing? I keep pulling this back towards me, so I'm just going to move the phone because that's obviously what I'm doing. All right, let's pull this back here. Scarily relaxing, right? Yeah, completely. It's so easy to get sucked in and for hours to just disappear, right? That's how you know it's something that you want to keep doing. That's how you know. That's how you know. When you say, I wonder what I should do today. It's the stuff where the hours melt away and you just sink into it, right? That's where magic happens. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like holding it the other way around might be easier to do the walking dots to get a little bit more consistency in the shape, size, and placement. So I'm going to try that with the next row. With the next blue. And the next blue is you, I believe. Are you? Is it you? Or is it you? Or is it you? This is a problem when you don't write down what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. Is it? No, that's the one we moved out of the way. This is the one we need to use. Okay, all right. I'm coming back now. I'm sorry. Let me scroll back and catch up on the comments here. So sorry. I remember another message. Did I not reply to your last message? Was it a while ago, or did you send one today? If it was one from a while ago, I honestly thought I replied. I'm so sorry. I will go and answer you after. If that's... Oh, thank you so much, Blue Moon. I use a Lazy Susan that I got at Canadian Tire for $13. And the mold for Crazy Cat Food, I get the mold for the incense holder from Devon Dotting. Thank you for the rose, Kathleen. That does happen, and I forget to drink sometimes too, and then I get all discombobulated because then I get thirsty and I get a headache and I get tired and I get hungry. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't eat and drink today. Oh, that's so kind. C'est la vie. Thank you. C'est la vie. You're most welcome, Blue Moon. And Crazy Cat Food, you're welcome as well. Speaking of which, I'm going to take a drink now while I'm thinking of it. You know what would look cool on that, on this one? Would be just one of the sacred geometry designs. I think with white and gold and black. That's what I'm thinking. White with black top dots with gold detail dots in between. Yeah, let's do that. So the entire design would continue to build on these circles like this, and we'd start super tiny. Yeah, okay. Yes. That's what we'll do. That is what we will do. That'll be cool. They're cool, eh? They're super fun. Purple, not black. Okay. White with purple top dots and then gold in between. Got it. Love it. All right. So let's now do the peak dots. Get some more of these walking dots done. Oops. Way too big of a dot. That's okay. We'll survive. Now that it's not a large dot too, even if it's watery paint, I can spin it around and make a little bit faster progress. Thanks, Mark. Sending love right back to you. This is the part where I zone out. One of the many, many parts where I zone out. My goal is also to have my next pattern out by Saturday, and if I am successful, may I advise you to keep an eye out that there will be a couple different things happening if I'm successful this week. Whenever I'm successful, after the pattern is released, or when the pattern is released, there will be an option to purchase the pattern plus a ticket to a Zoom workshop where we'll get the pattern started together, go through questions, color mixing. If we want to use different colors with the same design, I can help with that sort of stuff. And then we'll just kind of do a walkthrough, not a full walkthrough of the pattern, but at least get it started and see whatever we need to go through in a couple hours. And then I will also be doing a live where I'll do the same thing, give the same information, but the Zoom you'd have the opportunity to be able to, ask specific questions, have some kind of, be able to see each other's work and kind of see what everybody's doing. And I think that can be so, so valuable, and get everybody's help too, right? Because it's not just my answers to your questions. There's so many people that have so much experience that we can all kind of learn from each other. So anyways, then there'll be a live where it's just me, and I'll go through everything again, kind of do a quick get you started on the pattern, and that will be an option as well. So that'll be fun. When do I plan to do cups again? Okay, so my next shop update for mugs is going to be on May the 1st. So I've got a couple sunflower mugs that are going into the shop not tomorrow, today, on Saturday. But then after that, I'm not going to have any more mugs going live in the shop until May 1st. So once a month, I'm going to do a huge drop, but I'm going to continue working on them, right? Because what I'm doing is any mugs painted in March, for example, will sit and cure for the month of April, and then will be ready to be shipped May 1st. And that gives each mug at least 30 days and helps me kind of stay on top of that. Now, I might eventually change that to every 2 weeks, but for now we're sticking with once a month just to see how it goes. So I'm going to be doing lots more painting of them very, very soon. probably starting to paint a couple more mugs Monday and Tuesday. I'm actually going to be painting a couple of mugs for some friends of mine who are having as an anniversary gift. So I'll be painting those, and then some more that'll go in the shop later too. Thank you for sharing the live, C. La Vie. Thank you for everybody that shared it. I appreciate you. Thank you. Look at all the likes. 6.7 thousand likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So yeah, there will be lots more painting mugs over the next little while, but not as many going into the shop until I can figure out what that schedule is gonna be. I had thought about coming up with a schedule, like mugs drop on a certain day, incense holders drop on a certain day, candle holders drop on a certain day, but that just seemed like it would be way too tedious for you guys and way too time consuming and full of admin work for me. So everything else that I paint, I'm going to try and do bi-weekly shop updates with everything else. It's just the mugs that I'll wait and do once a month. Calms my brain a little bit. All right. So we got 2 rows. Now we're going to go on to row 3, and we've got 4 rows in total to do of the walking dots. Yay! So we'll start doing some lives again really, really soon. I did post the sunflower pattern. I do have a YouTube channel now, and there is the free walkthrough of the sunflower mug pattern that I did on Sunday. So that is available on my YouTube channel right now. So if you want to paint that sunflower mug alongside that video, that will be there. And coming very, very soon, I will be starting to post all of the recordings of every TikTok live. Now, I've been converting a lot of Facebook lives and Instagram lives and TikTok lives to YouTube videos for my Patreon. But as I get into patterns, my Patreon is going to change quite a bit, and those videos will become public. So that'll happen in another month or 2. So there will be lots and lots and lots of videos. I just want to make sure I do it right too. I would love to try a clock. So what do you mean? Like, do you make the base and then I paint the clock? What do you mean? What do you mean? We need to talk about this. No, I'm gonna go back to the. Oh no. What am I gonna do here? I don't have enough room for 2 more rows. Pooper. Oh, cool. I could totally try and figure that out and try some. Do you mount the record on anything, or is the clock mechanism how it hangs on the wall? Or do you mount it and have anything else in behind it? And then just hang it from the mechanism? How do you do that? I would love to see it. I would love to try it. That could be really fun. All right. All right, so we're not going to get 4 rows in. That's fine. There's so much fun stuff to paint these on, right? Like, the number of things that you can do this on is completely, like, there's endless possibilities. You can paint on anything that you want. And it's so cool to find the things that just get you excited to do more, right? For me, at least, it's not just about the dot mandalas. It's what I'm painting on as well, right? That's just so fun. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I should totally do that. I've got some records that I bought well over a year ago with the intention to paint on them. I should give it a try and order myself a clock mechanism and see what I could do. That could be fun. That could be super fun. All right. So now flip this over. We're going to dot this way. Okay, I will. Thanks, Mark. I totally will. Oh, thank you, Happy Gal. Gotta be able to see the Raxbird. Are they Nickelback records? No. No, they're not. I hope you give yourself a nice little pat on the back for that joke. That was fantastic. Well done. All right. I've said it a couple times already too, but the difference with these DecoArt Americana paints compared to Craftsmart paints, if you don't have a huge price difference from to buy these, I highly recommend them. The consistency of the dot after the paint has dried is just fantastic. There's no bubble lumps, there's no cracking, there's not even a lot of divots. Okay, but my hand's getting sore. I'm gonna put my wrist support on. Hold on one sec. Where did I put it? Well, now that I put a whole bunch of stuff away, and I don't remember where away is. Shit. Hold on a second. Let me go find it. Let me see if I can find it anyway. I had it here. I wore it this afternoon. And then started doing other stuff over here. Found it. It was, of course, in the kitchen, where every wrist guard belongs. Oh, goodness. These old gramophone records as modern vinyls. Warp when resin. Oh, no way. That's good to know. It's not. Barb, you're safe. Hi, Cindy. That's good to know, Mark. Where do you find them? Do you go to like antique shops and stuff like that? Is that where you... Are they difficult to find? Or are you able to find them on like buy and sell stuff too? Sites? That's really cool. All right, let's try again. How you doing, Cindy? How you feeling today? Crazy Cat Food. Would you repeat what you said about the paint? Sure, no problem. I really am a huge fan of DecoArt Americana. They don't tend to bubble a lot. They don't crack when they dry compared to like Craftsmart. Craftsmart I find are good for small detail, but once you get into the larger dots, they tend to crack quite a bit. And DecoArt Americana has been absolutely spectacular. I'm sure that there are still situations where they would crack as well, because I mean, it's still just paint, right? But I'm really loving the consistency and how clean and just nice and smooth they look when they're dry. I'm very, very pleased, and I am happily transitioning all of my paints from Craftsmart to that stuff. Charity Shops Marketplace, and that's so cool. And then you get to have the fun of going to those places to find that stuff too. The whole thing's a fun adventure. That's lovely. To keep my eyes on that kind of stuff. Feeling a bit better? Oh, that's good. With the big dots and the cracking, yeah. So try DecoArt Americana and try using a little less paint when you can. But with ones like Craftsmart and Apple Barrel is terrible. The DecoArt Crafters acrylics can be pretty cracky too. Like the ones that I used on the base coat of the other, when I did that kind of color blend. So there's DecoArt Americana, and then there's DecoArt Crafters acrylic. I'm very specifically talking about DecoArt Americana. Okay. But it made a huge difference. I am nowhere near as frustrated as I used to be. I'll show you. I've got a little stone that illustrates the difference perfectly. Actually, let me grab it. Hold on. I gotta stretch for a sec. Okay, so this stone here, see how these ones have those little dimples? Or really, they're not dimples, they're more like little nipples almost because they stick out. Those are Craftsmart paints, even on these little tiny ones inside, Craftsmart paints. These smooth ones here, with not a dimple or lump in the bunch, are all DecoArt Americana. Mixed with too much Craftsmart, they start to get that lumpiness in there. You're welcome. I'm glad that helped. Oh, sorry, gotta stretch again. My neck is yelling at me. All right. How many days into it are you, Cindy? I'm so glad to hear that you're feeling better. I'm super, super happy with the DecoArt Americana, though. Highly recommend. And I think that Michael's in Canada here, the Craftsmart are like $2.19 or $1.99 a bottle. And these are 20 or 30 cents more a bottle. So at least it's not like a huge difference to jump to like a $4.99 bottle. Even the $3.50 bottles, I think twice about those, right? Second day though, and you're already feeling a little better. That's a good sign. Is it a steroid, Cindy? You don't have to answer that. I'm sorry, that was way too personal. Nope, never mind. All right, one more. Oh, have a good day at work, Mark. Good night at work, I guess, eh? I'm glad you were able to pop by. Bunch more tests. Oh no, how quickly do you think they'll get those tests done for you, Cindy? Yeah, totally. Crazy cat food. Totally. Totally worth it. Like, I'm at the point now where I still have kept some of my others. I went through today and got rid of, gathered up a bunch to get rid of. I'm going to take them to the community center. I I had thought about giving them away to somebody on here, and I'm like, nobody's going to want to pay for shipping for that. Nobody. So I'm going to take them over there. And what was I going to say? And I've kept some. And even though I've kept some, they're the colors that I just really like the color. And I don't know that, or I might use them for backgrounds or things like that. But there's some that I didn't part with. But even though I know that it'll be, look at my Deco Art Americana, and if there's a color that I need something different, I can always pull from somewhere else if I need to. But here we go. They work quick, Cindy. They do work quick. That's good. That's really good. If it's prednisone, read up on the symptoms. Some of the symptoms suck, but the symptoms affect everybody completely differently. So there's a bunch of different things, but they're still worth it to keep you there. I remember I used to sit with my doctor, and I would say I didn't want to go back on them because the side effects were not fun. But I knew that it worked, and I knew that if I got to that point where I felt like I needed help to get things under control, and my doctor, I was very, very lucky. My doctor allowed me to have a say in that. But I also knew that he wouldn't put me on that medication unless I absolutely needed it. And if he was recommending it, I knew that I must need it. But yeah. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. And they'll want to wean you off it as quick as possible. So the good thing is they're not going to want to keep you on too many, right? I never had that. So I know what one you're talking about. I never had that. So that definitely doesn't happen to everybody, for sure. All right, so now we're going to do some swoops. And I have an idea. Okay. On it for a month? Good. They'll get you off of it as quickly as they can. They'll not want you to stay on it. So that's always a good thing, right? It's always good. It's one of the things that I used to remind myself is like, the only reason I'm on it is because I have to be. They want me off of this. So they're not going to want me to stay on it for a long time. They're going to try everything they can to get me off of it as soon as possible. So that's good. Yeah, if you ever have any questions, I can tell you about kind of how some of that happened, some of the stuff that I experienced. But or if you just have a question like, hey, I'm feeling this, I'm definitely no medical doctor, but if it shares some experience with you, if that's helpful, you let me know. I'm looking for the paints. Does the have a multi-surface? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, I have a Deco Art glass paint, and I do have a couple of Deco Art Americana multi-surface paints, but I don't remember where they are. Where are they? Right here. Right here. Deco Art. There's your multi-surface. So this is going to be your satin finish. Then you've got your glass, and this is going to be more of a gloss satin finish as well. And then the Deco Art Americana regular acrylics, like the ones that I'm using, are matte finish. You're welcome, Cindy. Hi, Chris. All of my multi-purpose seem to be Craft Smart or Apple Barrel. Craft Smart's great for multi-surface. I love Craft Smart for multi-surface a lot. It's my current favorite. Apple Barrel is my least favorite, but I find that it's because of the consistency of it. They've got beautiful colors, but I can never get it. I've always got like these really watery bits and really lumpy bits with Apple Barrel. I've never had a lot of luck there. We're tiny ashtrays, right? For the little teeny tiny. This is a single ashtray for one little teeny tiny. Oh, won't even stay. I'm doing good, lovely. How are you? I have those two. They are an Americana, right? So these ones, the multi-surface is nice. I've had some issues with some mixing as well and some consistencies, but that's also been because I've had them for a very long time. So I want to try them again because they have some gorgeous colors as well. The glass paint is really, really nice for painting on mugs. But yeah, the regular DecoArt Americana will just be like this. This is what, these are the ones. No, apple, exactly, Cindy, Crapple Barrel. Yeah, not a fan at all. I do have, like, the pink that I used on that other one is an apple barrel, so I'll use it for base, like, background colors, and occasionally I'll mix it in, like, if I want to take a pink and give it a little bit, make it just a little bit brighter, I'll sometimes add it in as a mixture, but only if it's usually only because there's a color that I really like. It's your best day so far. I love that so much. All right, we're going to try something different here, I think. No, we're not. But what we are going to do is open up the blue. Do you like them? I'm so glad you like them. I'm really happy with this one. We're going to do some fun swoops on these after. That doesn't look good because that's not scent. That's not even. Pooper. Okay. Let me now grab my gesso again. Apparently I've been turning my head to the right a lot today because when I try to turn it to the left, it's not happy. I'm leaning my head to the left. I must pull my head down to my right ear while I'm painting a lot. All right. So let's... Oh, I need a brush again. They're all sitting in my dirty brush water. I really should clean those out today. There we go. Now we are good. Actually, let's see if there's any other spots along the bottom here that need it. Oh, this is not what I want to get sucked into right now. Like, nope. Tiny detail does not need to be done now. Well, maybe just a little bit more. Might as well. Don't want to waste the gesso if it's already on my brush. Right? Am I right? What made today the best day so far, Chris? Tell us some good stuff. And this is for everybody. What's something good that happened for you today? Anything good. Keep it simple. There's always something good. Like I love the socks on my feet. Or the sun was shining today. And definitely, sun shining here was definitely a wonderful, wonderful part of the day. All right, and I said I wasn't going to get sucked into this part, and I did. So, brush is going away. I can finish that after. All right. Ooh. Now, we are going to go to the 7. And you're going to start here. Okay. We're going to line them up right here in the middle. Oops. It was a beautiful day today. Almost 70 degrees. Wasn't it wonderful? I'm so glad you had good weather too. That was lovely. You finished a huge exam today? 4 hours. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Fantastic. Yeah, the beautiful weather was certainly rejuvenating, wasn't it? Mm. Sorry, I'm zoning out again. We're going to put swoops in here. And then eventually all of these big blue dark dots are going to get the 4 layers of top dots like they did on the front. Spring break is next week. Yay! That's wonderful. Are you going anywhere? Oh, that must have felt so good, Cindy. Must have felt so good to feel the sun on your skin, fresh air in your lungs. Something about it. Spring to me is hope. It's hopeful. It's rejuvenating. It's coming to life again. I love how light it is at night. I love that I didn't need to wear a coat today. Oh, it's lovely. All right, so now we're going to set that one aside and let it dry, and we're going to go back to the Phoenix. And we'll work on this one. Felt like a freaking hermit, right? Yeah, it doesn't take long either, does it? Okay, so I need my red, my orange. Oh, that's yellow, not orange. Put that one. This one. I don't remember which orange I used, and I didn't keep it separate. Pooper. So, now we have to color test. So, I think it is one of these two. So, let's see. I'm going to... Here, let me zoom in. Let's tilt you this way. And let's zoom in here. Is it that one? Or was it this one? I think it was the one on the left. Let me scroll back and catch up. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. You have a fun question. If you could be a potato chip, what kind would you be and why? Oh, that is a good question. A nacho cheese Dorito. No. No. That's way too much. That's way too much flavor. That does not describe me. I think a barbecue chip. You know? A little salty. A little spicy. But not too much. just subtle. Yeah, I think a barbecue chip. That is a fun one. Yes, Jessica, I am using Deco Art Americana acrylic paints. Okay. It's definitely the one on the left. So, put that one back over there. I'm going to have to paint over these dots, but that's okay. So I'm just going to pull the wet paint off. And I'm going to go in with my little wood stir stick here. It's my little eraser. And I'm just going to pull off. Sorry, it's going to shake the camera. I'll just pull off that paint and I'll just go back over it with the black gesso once this dust is off. All right, so now we need the black gesso again. And I need the brush again. Oh, good. I didn't actually get the brush in the water, so I can do that. Yay! That's awesome, Jessica. It's super fun. It's super relaxing. I'm live all the time, so if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I don't have all the answers, but if I have an answer, I'll happily share it. I have some patterns that are going to be coming out. I've got one pattern that's out already. But yeah, there's a Facebook group if you want to join. We've got an awesome community set up, and we cheer each other on and share our work and ask questions and share tips and tricks that we come across, and do some lives in there as well. So come hang out with us. Come paint with us. We'd love to have you. I will do a pattern for this one. So I have in front of me 4 patterns, at least 3, if not 4 patterns that I need to do, because I need to do this one, right? Got to do this one. Then I want to do this one, and I want to do the blue one, and I also want to do the green. So I've got my work cut out for me over the next little while. Now here's a question for you. If you see something like this, and I'm doing the incense holder and I don't have a center dot, if I approximated, like if I said to you, you could go in with a size, let's say 28 of your DIY mandala stone tools and have a center dot that large, or you could draw it in with your guidelines, like, I don't know if a size 28 would be large enough. So you'd probably have to do it and then kind of fill it in. But if I did a pattern when I'm painting this, just didn't have the center dot, how would that impact you being able to follow it? Would that have a huge impact on you? Because we don't have to go over the same number of dots, right? Depending on what we're painting. But so that's just my thought. I'm not sure. Oh, awesome, Jessica. That'd be awesome. Yeah, the green one for sure, eh? So what's your thoughts on that? Like if I did a pattern based on the incense holder, how would you feel about being able to then take that and modify it onto something else? You know, I think that I might have to kind of put something in there for people when they're just starting out. Well, and that's the thing. I think it would be, maybe that might be considered more of, I don't want to use any classifications of, you know, skill level or anything like that, because I hate those. But maybe I'll just put a little disclaimer of if you want your comfort level with adapting a pattern to a different surface, it's possible to do, and just kind of maybe give some instruction on how to do that. Maybe that's the option, because that would be fun. I'd love to do this. I want to do it on a canvas, but I don't want to do all of my patterns on canvases, right? I want to do this stuff. Yeah, the anchor to get started, right? You would draw a circle with your compass. So as long as I tell how to get that center dot in there, then we should be good, right? So say I don't have a center dot, but this is how you could do one, and I could show a couple different options. And again, if people are comfortable, they could just do their own size center dot and modify the pattern to go around it, right? That's always possible too. All right, so I need to, thanks guys, that's helpful. I appreciate that a lot. I gotta fix that. Now, all right, so now I've got my colors, and there's my purple. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. A little tricky, but doable. Okay. We'll see what I can do. I'll do my absolute best, and we'll see how they go. And if we find that just really doesn't work for a lot of people, then I will modify the process, and we'll try and we'll see what we can do. All right. So I want this to go from, I want yellow here in the middle. So I want yellow, this is the midline. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of swoops here. So this is why I want to draw the midline, because I want to have swoops kind of coming down and fanning down this way. That's what I have in my brain anyway. So I want to draw the midline between these two so I know how big to paint those swoops. You could get very, very meticulous if that makes you happy to measure it all out. Please do it. There is no right or wrong way to do it. Do the stuff that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy measuring out, don't force yourself to do that either. Okay? All right, so we're gonna start. I'm seeing a flaw. What I wanted was to still go from purple, like from light to dark going outwards, but I guess we could go from dark to light, couldn't we? Yeah, why the hell not? Who cares? All right, so we're gonna no, because I didn't want that right up against there. Yes. No, I didn't. Okay, I did this completely backwards. I should have put my dots here and then had my fans come out. Okay, so we're gonna hold, please. Erasing lines. I will paint over the other purple dots. Okay, sorry. Let me walk through what I was just muddling through completely incoherently. When I'm looking at this, I have the two yellow swoops here. What I had originally thought I would do is do yellow swoops this way, then go orange, then red, then purple. But that means my last swoop is purple, and that means I've got purple against purple. Now, as I'm saying this, I can totally do that because I can add in the rows of walking dots. So maybe that's what I do. Okay, well, now I can draw my lines back in. I will draw my lines back in. All right, I know what I'm gonna do now. All right, we're good. Sorry. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, let me scroll back and catch up. So Dot Mandala Addicts by Mandala Love Affair. There is a link in my bio that'll take you to the Facebook group as well. Please make sure that you, when you submit your request to join, that you answer all of the questions, specifically both of the questions that talk about agreeing to the group rules. So make sure you read those. If I get a request that does not have those questions answered, they do not get approved, okay? So, Dot Mandala Addicts by Mandala Love Affair. And there is that link in my bio if that helps. All right, so we are starting with yellow. And we're going to have some trial and error, I think, here. But this is going to come down here. And I'm wondering if this is too big. We can make them a little. I'm going to err on the side of caution, go down a size for the yellow and see if that's going to work. It worked. Yay. It's a little bit short, but we can fix that. It's a little bit scraggly. That's why there's a paint booger in it. That could be the spot I just painted over with black gesso as well, and if I haven't let it dry completely, when I put new paint over top of it, it's gonna pick it up. When I try to move it around, it's gonna start picking up the partly dry black gesso underneath. So that's why this one's going a little offside. That's okay. I'm happy with that one. So let's try this one. Let's try this one. Tomorrow I'm going to be live from 2 until 4 on Instagram. And 7 to 9 on Facebook. PM, that's Eastern time zone. So if you want to come out and hang out again, that's where I'll be tomorrow. And then I'll be back here on TikTok. Oops. On Saturday from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. I need more paint there. That was the problem. When in doubt, add more paint. That seems to almost always make a difference. It could just be that my tool is too sharp and it's pulling up some of the gesso anyway. Oh, that's not what I want. Well, that's all gone all goopy, hasn't it? Some of these might get redone, sanded and redone later. Oh, I do need to add you to my links. Okay, I will. I will do that tonight. Thank you, Barb. Totally forgot about that. That's better. That's better. All right. This one's going to be a little bit slow going because I'm going to want each swoop to dry fully before I add the next row. So after I do this yellow, I'll do the other side, the other direction, but then I will sit it to dry for quite a while, a few hours. Because I'm going to go over top of them, so I want to make sure they're really, really dry. Yes, I will be live on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern here on TikTok. I really do need to start scheduling those as events on my pages. I do post a schedule on Sundays or Mondays that has my live schedule and where I'm going to be. So if you're ever in doubt, check for that as well. I put that out every Sunday or Monday and try to stay on top of that. But I'm not good at getting them into my events on on Facebook or even scheduling them here on TikTok, and I really should. I really should, so that it would be much easier for you guys to have a place to go look. I'm nowhere near as involved in the group as I would like to be, so just know that that is something that I'm going to be working on in the future, is to try and just figure out ways to keep having fun. Now, let's see. I believe that I will be going the opposite direction. But I'm just going to check and make sure. See how close that is there? I just want to make sure that I don't screw that up somehow. Pretty good, I think. And I will do something with this space as well. That'd be a good spot to add some gold accent. I find it harder to go slow, the slow speed that I need, working in this direction, but I find that my swoops turn out really nice, so it's worth it, but I feel like I'm going way too fast when I'm doing it. There we go. You may be going too fast. I remember the first time I saw a real-time video of doing swoops and saw how slow it was, and I thought I was going really slow. And then I saw somebody else whose work I really admired, and I saw a real-time video of theirs. It was Art of Points. And I went, oh, that's how slow I need to go. It really hit me. I'm like, oh, yeah. So as slow, that counts too for dotting, right? If you're not getting the right spacing or consistency that you want to see, if you're not getting the symmetry you want, or things just aren't looking the way that you want them to look, the very, very, very first thing to try is slowing down. And then start to really pay close attention to what's happening when you create the stuff that you do like, right? So when you create a swoop that you really, really like, try and pay really close attention to what you were doing. How were you holding your hand? Did you hold the piece at a particular angle? What kind of speed were you going at? And just keep trying to replicate those little things. And those little things are going to change from piece to piece, right? Like, it took me a couple swoops going this direction before I realized that I needed to, how I'm actually holding my finger and everything too, right? So there's different things that you'll start to pick up on. And as you pick up on those things, those are the things that you want to try and replicate in the pieces that you really, really like. If you find that there's a pattern that you've done that's turned out really, really well, keep practicing that pattern. Don't feel that moving on to another pattern is the way that you need to go either, right? Keep practicing that pattern, that design, whatever that thing is. and practice it over and over and over. Say, I'm going to become an expert on doing spirals. I'm going to become an expert on doing walking dot petals. I'm going to do so many walking dot petals that I'll be able to do them in my sleep, and they're symmetrical and they're beautiful, right? Or I'm going to practice and become an expert on swoops. So work on those little expertises. But swoops, that was the game changer for me. Speed. Hello, love. How you doing? Good to see ya. What's new and exciting? All right. One more yellow swoop, and then we are going to be signing off for today. And then I will see you guys again tomorrow if you're around. So 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern on Instagram and 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook. And then back here on TikTok on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. All of them are 2-hour lives now. I only do 2-hour lives now for the most part. I'm sure at some point I'll do a 1 hour again, but for now they're all 2 hours. So 2 to 4, 7 to 9, and 1 to 3. All right, so here is where we are at with the swoops for the side. The design on the front is done. Let's recap. We also did some work on the blue one and got some parts of the sides done on the blue one. Top is done. Doing well cleaning your desk. Nice. That'll feel nice. We painted this background. It needs a second coat on a couple of these spots and around the outside. And we're going to do a white, dark purple, and white with dark purple top dots, and then some gold accents in there. So this one's going to be super, super fun. But these two will be part of my shop update on Saturday at noon Eastern, as well as these two, the green one and the pink one. And then I'm going to have some sunflower mugs that are going to be going up on the website as well. They're not going to ship for a few more weeks, but I'm going to be selling them on the website this weekend, and 100% of the proceeds from those mugs will be donated to help people in Ukraine, as well as I'm also going to be donating to either Humane Society International or You Animals, and they are helping people to get food and veterinary care to them and their pets while they're going through all of this, and to help out rescue shelters, zoos, that kind of thing. So that is the update for Saturday. I did get a lot done. I feel really, really, really good about myself with all of this. I've gotten, in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten 6 mugs done and all of these incense holders, and I've got another candle holder that's almost ready to go. I feel like I'm starting to move faster through these projects, so I'm really, really excited. I've got lots of good stuff lined up, lots of fun to be had, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I will look forward to hanging out with you guys again soon, whenever our paths cross. Please take care of yourselves. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.